Today, we're exposing the value vampire vixens, women who extract maximum resources while providing minimum return. You know her, expensive tastes, high maintenance, yet somehow you're still chasing her validation. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to get the love and the goodies without emptying your wallet. So stay to the end. Welcome to the port car method, or welcome back to the port car method, where I help men develop the authentic masculine presence which women respect and desire. We created this series to explain all of the features, benefits, and advantages of acquiring genuine masculine dominance. All right, let's start with a truth most men learn the hard way. A woman's attraction to you is never proportional to what you spend on her. In fact, the relationship is often inverse. The more you give without expectation of reciprocity, the less she values you. Now, this isn't just my observation. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that men who spent more money on early dates were actually rated as less attractive for long-term relationships by those women. The researchers concluded that excessive spending was perceived as compensation for lack of other desirable traits. I've seen countless men drain their bank accounts trying to impress some woman who viewed them as nothing more than an ATM. These men are confused because society told them generosity would be rewarded with affection and loyalty. Instead, they're left wondering why the more they give, the less love, affection, and respect they receive. This is not your fault. From childhood, we were bombarded with messages that a man's worth is tied to his provisioning. Happy wife, happy life. It isn't just a cute saying, it's programming designed to make you believe her happiness is your responsibility, while of course your happiness is utterly irrelevant. The value vampire operates on a simple principle. Extract maximum resources while maintaining minimum investment. She's mastered the art of hinting at future rewards, which often never materialize. Maybe next time becomes her mantra, as of course your bank balance dwindles. Evolutionary psychologists at the University of Michigan identified what they call resource extraction strategies. Of course, psychologists have to use a lot of big words in mating behavior. Their research shows that approximately 18 to 23% of women consistently employ these strategies, seeking to maximize male investment while minimizing their own commitment. This isn't about gender warfare. It's about understanding biological drives which operate beneath conscious awareness. I'm going to say this again because it's important. You cannot be mad at them. They are doing what they have been biologically programmed to do. The signs are clear once you know what to look for. She's enthusiastic about expensive restaurants. She has endless money emergencies, which somehow become your responsibility. Her gratitude lasts exactly as long as it takes for you to say yes to the next request. What makes this pattern particularly insidious is that these women aren't necessarily calculating predators. Many genuinely believe they deserve unlimited provisions without reciprocation. They've been told their presence alone is sufficient in any relationship. I am the table. A fascinating 2021 survey by relationship researchers found that 62% of women believed men should pay for all expenses during the first 3 months of dating. More telling was that 78% admitted they would lose interest in a man who expected financial reciprocity early in the relationship. This reveals a fundamental disconnect in expectations that sets men, that's you and me, up for exploitation. I've mentored men across every income bracket, from seriously construction workers to top execs, and the pattern remains consistent. The moment you become an unlimited resource, you cease being a respected man. Dr. Robert Cialdini, hope I'm saying that right, in his landmark work on influence, identified what he calls the scarcity principle. We value what is less available. When your resources, attention, and validation are unlimited, they become worthless to her. That's not her being manipulative. That's just human nature for women. So how do you break this cycle? First, let me give you the 5 specific strategies that work regardless of your financial situation. Then we'll wrap this up. First, establish value boundaries. This isn't about being cheap, it's about setting precedents. The first 3 dates reveal more about your future relationship than the next 3 months. Pay attention to reciprocity from her from the beginning. Does she offer to split the bill occasionally? Does she find non-monetary ways to contribute? These early patterns rarely improve over time. Second, create value awareness without confrontation. When she suggests the expensive venue, respond with something like, "That sounds great. Are we splitting the bill or taking turns?" Her reaction will tell you everything about her value system. A woman who recoils at the mere suggestion of contribution is telling you who she is. Believe her and boot her to the curb. Or, I'll show you how to remedy that. Anyway, third, reward reciprocity, not requests. When she does contribute, whether financially or through genuine effort, acknowledge that action specifically. "I appreciate you grabbing the check tonight. I had the movie tickets." Whatever. Reinforce positive behavior without sounding transactional. The behaviors you reward will increase. Those you enable will multiply. This approach is supported by behavioral conditioning research. The 2018 study in the Journal of Applied Psychology demonstrated that specific positive reinforcement increased desired behaviors by 43% compared to general praise or no acknowledgement at all. And if you download the 7 free tips in a free guide that we offer you on our website, you'll see one of the sections is the art of the compliment, and it dives deeply into that very concept and how to use it to your benefit 100% of the time throughout your whole life. Fourth, don't ever be afraid to walk away. Nothing rebalances a relationship faster than your genuinely deep understanding that you can live without her. If you're willing to end it, that's not manipulation. It's self-respect. The moment you truly accept that being alone is better than being exploited, your entire relationship dynamic will shift. Fifth, invest in yourself visibly. Put your capital into things which further your goals, not just frivolous gifts and eating out. Watch how her attraction increases. Women are drawn to men who value themselves, not men who value women's attention above all else. A comprehensive study of attraction triggers found that self-investment was rated as the most attractive quality by 78% of women surveyed. The researchers concluded that demonstrations of personal value prioritization, again with a bunch of sentences to say a simple thing, was more attractive than any direct investment in the potential partner. The psychology behind this is fascinating. When you prioritize your own self-improvement, staying on your path, serving your own purpose, you trigger what evolutionary psychologists call mate value assessment. She instinctively recognizes that a man who invests in himself is likely to have more resources long-term than a man who depletes himself for short-term female approval. Remember, genuine connection is not transactional, but it is reciprocal. The right woman doesn't want a servile ATM. She wants a leader who values himself enough to expect mutual contribution. I've seen men transform their relationships by implementing these principles. Their relationships and actually their lives. One client was spending nearly $2,000 a month on his girlfriend's emergencies, while she contributed just about nothing and was becoming increasingly ungrateful. After helping him establish clear boundaries, their relationship actually improved. Yes, she threw fits at first. She showed her little vampire fangs for about a month. But he'd stopped being her financial safety net, and it turned out that a lot of her emergencies were nothing of the kind. She was just used to spending his money instead of her own. Another client, a massively successful executive, was dating the classic vampire vixen of the gold digger variety. She expected lavish gifts and experiences while offering minimal emotional connection. He wasn't handsome, you understand. When he began redirecting much of that spending toward personal development and passion projects, her complaints reached a boiling point, and she left him. No big shock there. 6 weeks later, however, with his newly acquired understanding of masculine frame, he started dating a woman who, like the last one, doesn't have anything close to his resources. Few of us do. This girl, and I've seen the pictures, was of the Sweeney Jeans commercial level of hotness. A quiet little smoke show. And she wasn't there for his money. She made zero demands on his wallet. She still doesn't. She buys him gifts. I don't think she knows what he's actually worth to this day. And yes, that's part of the port car method. The most valuable gift you can give a woman is not your money. It is your masculinity, your frame, which includes the ability to say no when appropriate. This creates what psychologists call secure attachment, a relationship dynamic where both partners feel valued for who they are rather than what they provide. Now, would it be ridiculous if you paused the video here, dropped a like, subscribed, maybe left me a comment? I know the algorithm would appreciate it, and so would Shelley. Pause, check out Shelley. Guys, I am standing with you against a system designed to weaken men. We will not only help you purge or reform the value vampires in your life, we'll show you how to drown out the chorus of voices telling you that your worth as a man is only measured by your willingness to deplete yourself for vampire women and other leeches. The choice, as always, is yours. You can continue being drained by women who see you as a resource rather than a man, or you can establish the kind of relationship where mutual value exchanges create genuine connection. If you're ready to master these principles and develop unshakable masculine frame, check out our mentoring program. 4 1-hour bespoke sessions per month, or per week if you need, designed to not only transform how women respond to you, but to correct and realign how you interact with the world. Leave a comment below telling me about the vampire vixens you've known or are dealing with currently. Or even just tell me I'm totally wrong and she loves you, even if she never physically chose it. Then visit portcarmerchants.com, K-A-R merchants.com. Book a free 15-minute consultation to see if you qualify for our one-on-one mentoring program. Take advantage of our downloadable guides, which delve deeply into psychology necessary to build unshakable masculine frame with actionable steps you can implement today. And while you're there, don't forget to pick up our free bonus guide, which I mentioned earlier, giving you access to secrets and tips you'll never learn anywhere but at Port Car Merchants. Learn the Port Car method, gentlemen. Never be lied to or cheated on again.